I wanted to just share this quick video on how to write great discussion questions. As you know, discussion questions are really important for an online course because the intention is that they replace the discussion that you would normally have in a face-to-face course, and they are probably the most critical part of what makes an online course. So let's look at some suggestions about how to create great discussion questions. First of all, they need to be open questions. And an open question is a question that can't be answered by a simple yes or no, or just giving a fact that answers the question. Open questions are questions that lead to more discussion, basically. But they don't need to be too open, because if they're too open, what happens is you won't be able to assess whether there was any learning, because content is important. And we do want them to learn some concepts. And so if the question is, like really vague, then you're not really assessing whether they learned anything or not. So not too open. They need to be questions that push the students to deeper learning. So in other words, you want them to go deeper. You want them to go from knowledge to comprehension, to application, to analysis, and then to synthesis. And that's the essence of a good discussion question. As you create your discussion questions, you should also think about the students as a community and how they will interact with each other. So you want to create questions that foster this interaction and that help them to refer or make reference to their personal experiences and apply it to real-world situations, especially their real-world situations. And it's recommended that we use multi-level questions, several questions within the question. I suggest 3 as a basic pattern. And the first one should be an easy question, easy to answer. The second one a little bit more difficult. And the last one can be quite challenging to the student. This will pull the student into the discussion. The first easy question will be encouraging to them. And then as they move into answering the other questions, then it becomes a little more challenging, forcing them to think, forcing them to go deeper, which is exactly what we want. There's a great little tool that I came across called the Q Matrix, and I'm going to talk about that some more in another video. That will help you to develop these questions, and it's a nice little tool. So multi-level questions have been proven through research to increase student participation. And I don't know how this works. I don't know the psychology behind it, but I know that that when you do this, it does, like I say, pulls them into the question and increases participation. So one of the things you want to do also, number 4, is you want to reward participation as part of your grading of a discussion question. So you're not just grading on content, but how well did they participate in the interaction of the discussion. So thank you for watching this really short video that is based on an article by Christian Shockley called How to Write Discussion Questions.